Right. I will get everyone to take a seat so we can get started. Or we can also stand for those of you that have Apple Watches and are trying to get your rings closed. Okay. I'm going to put this up a bit. Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias a todos. I welcome everyone here with us today at Invest Ottawa, and welcome to those who join us virtually. My name is Gina Saparlo, and I am your MC for today, but I am also the Senior Advisor for Global Market Business Development at MyTax. I'm so honored to have been invited to be the MC for today. Although I was born and spent the better part of my life in Canada's tropics, Regina, Saskatchewan. Just like artificial intelligence, Mexico has played a massive role in every aspect of my life. Work, I interned and also worked at the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Mexico, studied at both ITESM and Universidad Panamericana, and have traveled to half of Mexico's 32 states and still can't properly pronounce Guerrero. Also, I've only been to Jalisco once, so if anyone wants to invite me here, just saying. I know what you all are thinking, and no, my hilarious content was not written by ChatGPT. And even if it were, technically it's OpenAI, so it would have been on brand for today's event. Throughout the day, while you are uploading content, please be sure to tag anything on the screen. I think at some point we'll have all of the content and hashtags. And a few housekeeping items. Bathrooms are located to the right upon entering the building and behind the foundry, stage right next to the eating area. And of course, during all of the networking sessions, please come tell me about how good of a job I'm doing, and my left side is best for pictures. That part was definitely generated by AI. I would like to say thank you to our sponsors for today, Mann Lawyers, Scotiabank, Air Canada, and Global Advantage Consulting. And I would also like to say a massive thank you to our partners, the Government of Jalisco, University of Ottawa, EON Institute, MyTax, the Mexican Chamber of Electronics, Telecommunications, and Information Technologies, AI, the New Sexy, Carleton University, Spoonity, and Institut Courtois. We have an extremely exciting agenda for you today that our hosts Invest Ottawa and La Embajada de Mexico in Canada have put together for us. We will have a few morning sessions, a few networking breaks, and I will invite the moderators to speak, and they will introduce all of your speakers so that you get to know their wonderful bios and how talented and expert they all are. And of course, just to make sure that we are keeping time, we do have Luis Miguel's greatest hits ready to start playing over top of you if you take too long. Before we launch our programming, we would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. We are grateful to have the opportunity to be present in this territory and come together as a national or two national communities. Further, I want to respect and affirm the inherent and treaty rights of all Indigenous peoples across this land. We recognize the contributions that the Métis, Inuit, and all Indigenous peoples have made and continue to make, both in shaping and strengthening this community and our country as a whole. And now, I'm pleased to invite our event sponsor, Mann Lawyers, Neil Schwartz, to the stage to introduce our distinguished guests who will open today's event. Neil Schwartz leads the business law team at Mann Lawyers and provides advice in all areas of corporate and commercial law. He supports entrepreneurs, professionals, and organizations, big and small, in the pursuit of good governance, commercial success, and legal compliance. Prior to joining Mann Lawyers, Neil helped build a Canadian startup into a leading national player in the immersive entertainment space. Neil?
Good morning, everyone. I thought Gina's pronunciation was just fine, probably better than mine might be. Mann Lawyers is very proud to sponsor today's inaugural event, which brings together leading expertise in AI innovation, research and commercialization from Canada and Mexico's deep pools of talent. Man Lawyers has been a sponsor of Invest Ottawa for a number of years, and we're very excited to be here and excited for the day's events. I have the privilege of inviting to the stage three very distinguished individuals who will help us launch in today's discussions. I'm going to invite everyone up, and then I'm going to say a few words about their backgrounds. Now, bear with me. I'm going to do a little bit of reading, but it's their fault because they're so highly credentialed. It's going to take some time, but we'll get there. So if you could please join me in welcoming His Excellency Carlos Joaquin Gonzalez, Ambassador of Mexico to Canada. And I'll invite to the stage His Worship, Mayor of Ottawa, Mark Sutcliffe. Morning, Mark. And Interim President and CEO of Invest Ottawa, Sonya Shorey. All right, excellent. I'll invite you all to have a seat. This is going to take a moment. And it's lonely up here, so thanks for joining me. All right, so firstly, I'm going to say a few words about the ambassador, and then I'm going to do the same about the mayor and Sonya as well, and then each in turn are going to come say a few welcome remarks to open today's agenda. So Ambassador Joaquin Gonzalez was appointed by President Andrés Manuel López Obrador and presented his letters of credence to the Right Honorable Mary J. May Simon on March 28, 2023. Prior to his designation, Ambassador Joaquin was governor of the state of Quintana Roo from 2016 to 2022. During his tenure, he focused on sustainable tourism initiatives before the World Tourism Organization and ensured global security seals for the state of Quintana Roo amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Protecting the jobs and the overall trust of residents and visitors of the state, he acted as Deputy Minister for Tourism Operations, Innovation, and Tourism Development at the Ministry of Tourism from 2012 to 2015. Ambassador Joaquin was a federal congressman from 2009 to 2012, during which he was president of the Committee on Tourism. He was the mayor of the municipality of Solidaridad, Playa del Carmen in Quintana Roo from 2005 to 2008, and acted concurrently as president of the Association of Coastal Municipalities of Mexico. He was the Secretary of Tourism of Quintana Roo from 2005 to 2006, and the municipal treasurer at Solidaridad City Hall, Playa del Carmen from 2002 to 2005. I told you, he's done a lot. Before becoming a public servant, he worked in communications and tourism. His vast experience in the public service has allowed him to develop integral ties between the Mexican foreign policy and issues of global attraction and culture. He graduated as a public accountant from the Autonomous University of Yucatan and holds a specialization degree in top management from the Monterrey Institute of Technology and Higher Education. All right, so that is a little bit of the background on our guest, the ambassador today. Mayor Sutcliffe was elected mayor of Ottawa on October 24th, 2022. Prior to entering municipal politics, Mark was an award-winning journalist, entrepreneur, volunteer, and community activist. Co-founder of the Ottawa Business Journal. Beyond broadcasting, he has also served the Ottawa community on multiple boards, was inducted into the Order of Ottawa, and named the United Way's Ambassador of the Year. He's a longtime advocate of Ottawa's tech community and steadfast supporter of Ottawa's role as Canada's capital, which is at the center of Canada's relationship with the diplomatic community. Good morning, Mark. And Sonya Shorey is Interim President and CEO for Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards, and Area X.O, an award-winning strategy executive and management consultant with more than 22 years of leadership experience with private and public organizations. Sonya harnesses her expertise in regional, national, and global technology, entrepreneurial, economic development, and innovation-based organizations. A proud advocate for mental health, Sonya also serves as a mentor, pitch coach, and promoter of women's leadership and economic empowerment initiatives. So would you again please join me in welcoming our welcomers this morning? Okay, so first off, I'd like to invite His Excellency to speak first, followed by the Mayor and Sonya. Ambassador, would you join us for a few words?
Good morning and welcome, everyone. I'm thrilled to stand before you today as we embark on the kickoff event to commemorate 80 prosperous years of diplomatic relations between Mexico and Canada. If you haven't done so, I invite you all to watch a video that we posted to the embassy's social networks, in which we try to capture the essence of the work we have done in the past 8 decades, but also reflecting on what comes next in the strategic partnership. This initiative, aptly titled Innovating Together, is not merely an event, but a groundbreaking project poised to generate remarkable opportunities for both Canada and Mexico in research and innovation. Today, we embark on a journey that explores the vast potential for growth and development in the field of AI, strengthening the bonds between our nations. This diverse program of this event reflects our commitment to exploring the full spectrum of possibilities. It's a key part of that reflection as Mexico and Canada ponder how to strengthen our relationship to prepare for an uncertain future. It's clear that innovation is at the forefront, but also two elements that we have relied upon in all these years: shared values and talent. That's why this journey, as we have named it, highlights what Mexicans and Canadians are doing in research, innovations, and science, but also on ethics and the impact of AI in our societies. I extend my sincere gratitude to the state of Jalisco in Mexico, led by the Secretary of Innovation, Science and Technology from the government of Jalisco, Alfonso Pompa, welcome, along with representatives from the Mexican Chamber of Electronics, Telecommunications, and Information Technologies, CANIETI, for their notable advancements in this field. Their presence enriches this occasion and exemplifies the collaborative spirit that drives our nations forward in the realm of artificial intelligence. I'm also grateful for the opportunity to share these opening remarks with His Worship Mayor of Ottawa, Mark Sutcliffe. We are planning more events in this wonderful and welcoming city to further mark this milestone in our relations with Canada. A special acknowledgement goes to our sponsors and the dedicated team at the embassy, along with Invest Ottawa, whose talent and hard work have been instrumental in organizing this pivotal event. Your commitment to excellence is evident, and it sets the stage for a transformative experience. As we gather here, let us not only celebrate the present, but envision a future where innovating together becomes a tradition, a beacon of economic relevance for Ottawa and Canada. May this event not only fortify the ties between Mexico and Canada, but also open doors for growth, development, and the exchange of cutting-edge technology between our nations. Furthermore, I would like to emphasize that it's a primary goal of the embassy and the government of Mexico to actively seek initiatives that support the Mexican community residing in Canada, as well as contribute to the overall economic well-being of Canadian and Mexican families. Our commitment to fostering a thriving economy is evident in our positive results across various sectors, including investment, trade, employment, education, and notably in the realms of innovation and technology. We believe that by cultivating strong economic ties and embracing innovation, we can create a landscape that not only benefits both countries, but also enriches the lives of our communities. Together, we strive to build a future that offers abundant opportunities for growth, prosperity, and collaboration between Canada and Mexico. In closing, I assure you of our unwavering support to nurture and elevate innovating together into an even grander affair, contributing to the prosperity of Ottawa, Canada, and fostering enduring connections between our people. Thank you, and let us embark on this AI journey together.
Thank you, Ambassador. I think everybody in the room shares your optimism for growth and collaboration. Next up, I'd like to invite Mayor Sutcliffe to say a few words.
Thank you, Neil. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be introduced by Neil, who, as mentioned, is not just a lawyer, but also an entrepreneur. Bienvenidos a todos. Buenos dias. Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue. It's always a great day when I start the day at Invest Ottawa here at Bayview Yards. This is such an exciting hub for our city, for entrepreneurial growth, for creativity, for innovation. So I'm always thrilled to be here and to see what's going on and to meet so many of the companies that are doing innovative things and creating jobs in our city. So it's great to be here this morning, and I have to say the idea of having an event like the Mexico-Canada AI Journey is really a brilliant idea. The idea of holding that event in Ottawa in January rather than in Mexico, I'm not so sure about. Why aren't we in Puerto Vallarta today for this event instead of here in Ottawa? Anyway, maybe next time. But this is really great to see our two nations collaborating in this way, and I want to say thank you, muchas gracias, to the ambassador for his friendship and leadership and for the contributions of his team at the Mexican Embassy to our community. It's a very strong community here in Ottawa, many of whom are entrepreneurs, like my friend Carla Briones, who's here today, and Federico, who I just met a few minutes ago. So there's a great spirit of entrepreneurship among many of the new Canadians who arrive in our city, including from Mexico. So that's something we celebrate here in Ottawa. We celebrate our diversity. We celebrate the fact that this is an incredibly international place with people from all over the world who are represented here in our city. It's a very, very special part of our city. I also want to thank Invest Ottawa and Sonya Shorey, who's doing a great job as the interim CEO of Invest Ottawa right now. This is such a wonderful team that puts on these events and supports innovation and growth in our city. And for today, I think it's a great opportunity to highlight the relationship, the friendship between Canada and Mexico. There's always been a special relationship between our two countries, and today's event, I hope, will contribute to that. In particular, the relationship between Ottawa and Jalisco. It's great to have the delegation from Jalisco here today. Welcome, Minister. And we have had, as the ambassador said, for 80 years, a great relationship of collaboration, friendship, and cooperation, of economic and cultural connections. And of course, we are two of the three members of one of the world's largest trade partnerships. So there are 500 million people in that partnership. Canada's a smaller percentage of that than the other two countries, but an important part nonetheless. And over $26 trillion in trade that happens as a result of this partnership. And every year, there are new people from Mexico who arrive in our city to contribute economically and culturally to our wonderful community. And today we're going to highlight these special bonds and the incredible growth in our technology sector. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes ici pour célébrer ces liens spéciaux et souligner l'incroyable croissance de nos secteurs technologiques. Ottawa is home to some of Canada's and the world's most innovative technology leaders. Some amazing entrepreneurs call Ottawa home in the technology space. In the west end of our city in Canada, we are home to North America's largest tech park. We're very proud of that here in Ottawa. And here at Invest Ottawa, there are new businesses that are created and incubated every single day. Week in and week out, there are incredibly brilliant entrepreneurs who are launching new ventures right here in this amazing space. Artificial intelligence, of course, is changing our lives by the moment. It's happening right before our eyes very rapidly, and it is becoming more and more present in everything we do. So I'm fascinated by the topic and really excited about the fact that this conference is taking place. There have been some challenges. There have been some adjustments. There are some risks and pitfalls associated with artificial intelligence. And I was speaking earlier with a few people about, for example, the risks of gender bias and other biases in artificial intelligence. So we have some big challenges to grapple with as we approach this, but it's an exciting opportunity at the same time. And Ottawa is a big part of that. We are home to some very AI-focused companies, including MindBridge, New Energy AI, and Aption. Our incredible post-secondary institutions in Ottawa, some of which are represented here today, are also leading the way in research and development of responsible AI usage and research. So today I'm looking forward to continuing the celebration of our great relationship between Canada and Mexico, between Ottawa and Jalisco, and looking forward to learning about how our two nations and these two regions in particular can strengthen our ties and how we can embrace AI in a responsible and effective way, and how that can lead to more economic growth and prosperity for all of us. So thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Mayor Sutcliffe, for your remarks and for your ongoing support of Ottawa's business community. Last but certainly not least, our interim CEO and president, Sonya Shorey, is going to say a few words. Sonya.
Thank you so much, Neil, and for everyone at Man Lawyers for supporting today and your support of Invest Ottawa and our community. Good morning, bonjour tout le monde, buenos dias. En nombre de todo nuestro equipo, es un honor dar bienvenida a nuestros invitados especiales a Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards y la capital de Canadá. Estamos muy agradecidos de que estén aquí con nosotros y queremos darles una muy cálida bienvenida a nuestra hermosa ciudad. On behalf of Invest Ottawa, it's an honor to welcome you, all distinguished guests from Mexico, fellow leaders from industry, academia, our granting councils, government, the investment and nonprofit sectors, and so many of our partners from across Canada's capital. We want you to feel right at home here in your innovation hub. I would also like to extend sincere thanks to His Excellency, the Ambassador, to our Mayor, Mark Sutcliffe, to everyone who is here from the city, to all of our partners from the City of Ottawa, the Province of Ontario, and the Government of Canada. Without you, we could simply not drive innovation, job creation, and wealth prosperity here in Canada's capital for our country. I would also like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather today is the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. We are very grateful to have the opportunity to come together with you on this territory. And we're honored to serve as the lead economic development agency for knowledge-based industries and passionately pursue the creation of the jobs, economy, and community of our future together as an ecosystem. We are privileged to fuel every step of the business journey with our partners to drive prosperity and wealth creation for all in our region. This includes powerful collaboration with many clients, collaborators, and investors gathered with us today on entrepreneurship, foreign direct investment, and business retention and expansion, led by our global expansion team, who had a pivotal role in today, talent attraction and retention, Innovation collaboration here at Bayview Yards, where I always say birds of an innovation feather flock together to pursue shared objectives that no one individual organization can achieve independently, and technology commercialization. It's a privilege to welcome so many esteemed leaders from Mexico to our collaborative and inclusive technology and business community and explore opportunities to harness the power of AI for good together. We can truly demonstrate as a collaborative union leadership and address grand opportunities and challenges we face in our respective communities, jurisdictions, and countries, and in our world. And it is very timely. We know that January 31st represents the 80th anniversary of Canada and Mexico's deep friendship. Today is an opportunity for future cross-border cooperation on shared goals in international research, AI governance, policy development, and foreign direct investment attraction. It represents an important step towards building collaboration opportunities further between Mexico, Ottawa, Canada's capital, and our country more broadly. And we're honored to be joined by many experts in applied and fundamental research at Canadian institutions, universities, and colleges, including those we are so proud to collaborate right here in our region, the University of Ottawa, Carleton, Algonquin, La Cité, together with Mexican universities and institutes, and world-class AI companies from both countries, including those here in our technology hub. This includes Ottawa industry leaders like Spoonity, Mindbridge AI, who are putting AI to work in the hospitality and restaurant sectors and in the financial industry, as well as many others who join us, such as Plantiform, Braid AI, and New Energy AI. There's brilliance in this room today, and together we have an opportunity to pursue big, bold goals that will help the world. AI innovation, R&D, and entrepreneurship are critical to Ottawa, a global tech and business innovation hub. And for those who might not know us quite so well, and if this is your first visit, we extend a warm welcome and want to share a few of the strengths, some of which the mayor articulated beautifully, that we can harness as a bilateral community today and tomorrow. Ottawa is home to more than 1,800 technology companies, a combination of multinational giants, homegrown successes, and high-growth startups backed by boundless entrepreneurial spirit. We are an entrepreneurship capital with grit, where founders help founders, scaling tech companies like Rewind, Fellow, Noibu, Knack, Mindbridge, Ascent, The Grocer, Field Effect, and Geotech, many of whom leverage AI in all of their solutions, and that's just to name a few. Multinational tech giants like Nokia, Ericsson, Ford, Ciena, and of course, IBM. Headquarters to homegrown successes like BlackBerry QNX, Calian, Kinaxis, and Mitel. We're home to two of Canada's top unicorns and publicly traded companies founded right here in Ottawa, and that's Shopify and Kinaxis. When it comes to top tech talent, we are so excited to collaborate with all our partners and friends from Mexico. Tech workers comprise 13.3% of our total workforce here in the capital by per capita, and that's ahead of our friends in Silicon Valley. That data comes from CBRE, and it is compared across 50 international markets. We are so proud to collaborate with so many post-secondaries companies and all of our partners to continue driving that tech talent pipeline. We have more than 94,000 highly skilled workers in this region across our public and private sectors in tech, and this represents a 5-year growth rate of 39.6%. And our technology strengths, in addition to AI and machine learning, include software as a service, drones and advanced robotics, cybersecurity, advanced networks and 5G, digital health, smart mobility, Internet of Things, AR, VR, and many other disruptive, transformative technologies. And that's truly what today is all about. In addition, when we look at key sectors like telecommunications, 90% of the industry-led telecommunications R&D in Canada takes place here in Canada's capital. And it's the convergence and the combination of Ottawa's unique tech, sector, scientific, and broad expertise that is so powerful together with all of those that you bring to us today from Mexico. It creates a world of opportunity and an opportunity to achieve impact now and decades from now. I'd like to do a very special thank you and congratulations to our top-tier post-secondary institutions that are creating the pipeline of that talent today and tomorrow here in our region. And again, they include Algonquin, Carleton, La Cité, and the University of Ottawa. Collectively, they educate as many as 168,000 students, with 17% specializing in STEM fields. That's 28,000. Ottawa is actually home to the most educated city in Canada. Another very little known fact that I am so proud of, 65% of our population has a post-secondary degree. And perhaps most importantly, and the piece that I would love to leave with you today is a sentiment as you innovate brilliantly. Ottawa is home to a thriving, inclusive, collaborative tech and business innovation ecosystem. Canada's largest tech park, as noted by the mayor, with 540 resident companies and 33,000 employees that contribute 13 billion to Canada's GDP annually. 65 government labs, including the National Research Council of Canada. ARIX.O, our $51 million R&D complex for next-gen smart mobility, autonomy, and connectivity, and 130 embassies, providing a beautiful and effective window to global markets. We're so honored to bring you together today. We hope that you will come together and harness some of those strengths together with those that you bring to really drive impact and opportunity and goodness with AI in our world. We hope that you will enjoy today. We are here for you at Invest Ottawa, Bayview Yards. If there is anything you need, please do not hesitate to contact any one of our team members. There are many of us here today. This is your innovation hub. You are here at home with us, and we want to ensure a very productive and impactful day for you and something that charts collaboration for many years to come. Thank you.
I'm going to look to Nancy to see if we want a picture, or do we want to, we do want to, of course, right? Yeah. So we'll get a picture with you and then we'll move on.